So accessing the PACER, you'll click on your classwork tab at the top right. And for those using your phones, guys, I think the tabs are going to be slightly different depending on whether you're using a Samsung or an iPhone. So on the Samsung, I think it will be at the top. Otherwise, at the iPhone, I think it is at the bottom of the screen, but the exact same items that you're looking at. So what I've done here is I've gone and signed in with a private account. So you'll see over there that I have a different account to what my classroom is currently signed in. This will generally give you issues when you're opening up, and I'm not sure why it's a bit slow. Okay. So you click on the classwork tab and then it will have your PACER. So in your PACER you'll open up, and if you are not signed in using your EBS account, you may get an error. So you'll see here that I have different accounts over here. I'm currently main signed in as my personal account. However, using my EBS account, it still opens. If this gives you an error and it says request for access, please make sure that you go back and say switch accounts using, which one do you want to use? I want to make sure I'm using my EBS account. On your PACER, depending on what you're looking at, you're going to have different students or different lecturers that upload it slightly differently, but all the information will be the same. So for Math 3701, all-in-one PACER will include multiple tabs at the bottom. Okay, so we have your part-time tab, your online tab, which would be previous semester's videos. Please note that if you're doing a subject like your financial accounting and taxes, the previous semester isn't always the most up-to-date because of tax law changes, IFRS changes, etc., and what is in the syllabus. So you're welcome to go and jump ahead of the class and the pace and everything. However, you just need to make sure on your own that it is the correct information that you're looking at. You'll then have the revision course, guys, which will only be uploaded generally when the revision course happens towards the end of the semester, as well as your previous revision course and the exam courses, which will be past paper solutions, as well as video recordings. In order to access all the notes, okay, the notes and the videos will all be linked to the PACER and should not be found in the Google Drive. Where it is underlined is an indication of where my notes are and where my videos are. So if you can see, I'm hovering over the introduction and I go and click on the YouTube video, it will open up in YouTube. Okay. As you can see, the video is not available. The reason why is if you look at who I'm signed in as, I can't go and access the video without using my EBS account. So what you're going to go and do is you're going to click on this and you're going to go and manage your Google account or sign out in this case. The best thing with YouTube, where it becomes a bit sticky, guys, is that I would just automatically log in YouTube before I even open up a video, and I would log in with the EBS account I want access to. From here, I can now go back to my PACER, click on the same video once I'm signed in. As you can now see, hopefully did not sign in apparently. You want to double check that we are signed in. There we go. So now you can see that I'm signed in with my correct EBS account, and I can now go and open up a video. Now the video is going to play because I'm using the correct account. If for any reason, guys, you're in your EBS account and it is not opening, just close everything down and reopen it. Sometimes YouTube still remembers your old account. You're going to do the exact same thing for the notes. So you can see that it's linked to a drive, and you'll go and open up the drive. As you can see, it says here you are signed in as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 at EBS. It says request access. That is purely because I have not been given access. However, in this case, if you're using your EBS account, you'll go and request access. That means that the lecturer themselves has not actually given you guys permission to access these notes. However, if you are given, I can go and sign in with my normal EBS account, and I will now have access to these notes. So I'm going to continue. Okay. So as you can see, it says you're unavailable unless you sign out of all other Google accounts and sign in as the other options. So as you can see, I'm signed in with my private accounts in certain places. So I will go and make sure I am signed out. as well as sign in with the correct account. In my classroom. I should now be able to open up these notes. And as you can see, we've now accessed the notes because I'm signed in with the correct EBS account. If you're requesting access with an account that hasn't been given permission because you're not doing the module itself, you're not going to be able to access the notes itself as well, and it will cause an issue. Otherwise, guys, the biggest issue is with just making sure that you're in the correct account, which has access to the information itself.